Hello guys, welcome back to the video. Today is day 26, season 2 on the Model Farm, so let's get into it. Starting off outside the farmhouse, nothing new there. Nothing new in the shed. We've got 7740 parked up, waiting for its next job. We've got the dealership van here. You've got the man going for the new tyres. So the tyres have finally arrived for it, so he's going to be fitting them today. So you'll see them probably in the next video if they fit. If they don't, obviously we'll put the old ones back on. But one, I think it looks better, and two, I think it just helps it get a bit more grip, to be honest, because these are quite thin tyres, whereas these ones are quite chunky, sort of almost like flotations. So well, from what I've been told anyway, so we'll see. But yeah, so she should be looking the part once they're on. Got the IS200 finally out of the shed. As you can tell, she's collecting a bit of dust, so she's been due to get out of the shed for a while, but the farmer's son, I believe, is learning right now. So he's got his L plates, well, they're not on the car, but he's starting to learn to drive. So if he passes that first try, I can see him driving anywhere and everywhere, any chance he gets. So we'll see how long it takes to pass. Yeah, so it's good news for him, and I'm sure he'll be loving life then, not only with the tractor and the car. I think he's doing a tractor test and both driving test for his car, so if he passes both of them, he shouldn't have any trouble with the police, as he's lucky he hasn't got any trouble so far. Realistically speaking, he shouldn't be driving, but you know, because it's not like he's driving down the road, he's driving quite far to jobs. So yeah, we'll see if he passes them. T6080 parked up, mower, rake, just the usual stuff really. They were thinking of moving some stuff from in here to another shed, just so T6080 fits and then the mower can fit, because the mower doesn't quite sort of fit, because obviously you have to have it folded like that because it doesn't really stand up, and obviously got the baler at the back, so it's quite tight, just so you can have a bit of room here where the workshop is. But I don't know if they maybe move the rake that side of the mower this side, I'm not sure. But they want a bit of space near the workshop, so if they need to put an entire tractor there, they can. Or have at least most of it undercover. So we'll see what happens there. Obviously got the lawnmower waiting for its next job, which shouldn't be too long. Yeah, she's been sat there for a while now. In the shed here, we got the 6616 parked up, and the 7530. Hedge cutter, I think it's going to be coming out soon, as they've been asked to trim a couple of hedges back as they're growing quite a bit into the roads. So they'll be doing that at some point. And the first bit is still sat there. Then here we have something we haven't seen in a while. We've got the farmer's DG Pegasus. Now you don't see this quite often because it does live at the other farm. So basically, before he got into farming, he was into construction, hence why he's got the digger and this. He had a couple other kit as well, so he sort of continued that, well, by keeping this and the digger. Obviously the digger's used on the farm, and so is this sometimes, but we haven't seen it for a while. Immaculate condition, to be honest. I know of one in real life that's got no stickers, rusting away, and pretty much doesn't run. So it's nice to see one of these in immaculate condition. It's got to be about 20 years old, something like that. Oh, he's got to have had it about 20 years now. But yeah, very nice. I think he would have paid about a good 30 grand for this back in the day. So it's got the crane and the man basket, but it's not got the bucket or forks. which you can get for it. So he keeps this as a bit of something to keep a bit of extra money. People, he'll either hire it out or he'll just get asked, can you, because he knows how to operate it, and a lot of people do, and he doesn't like really trust other people with it, because obviously it's quite expensive to if you break it or damage it, so he tends to do quite a lot of them, a lot of the jobs. So he'll like take people up on the roof. It's got quite a decent boom on it as well, so it can actually go quite high up, so he'll probably use the crane to hook onto something. So there's a decent bit of money you can get if he hires it out, what have you. But yeah, it's quite popular. I believe he can drive it on the road because he drove it here, but he tends to try and put on a low loader just as it's quite wide, because the lanes around this area are quite tight, so he's caught them. But he's got the supports there out, so she's off the ground, and then you've got him there just climbed out at the man basket with a chainsaw. Health and safety proved, I wouldn't say it is, but trying to trim this bit there and that bit. You won't be able to go down the back of the shed, but if you can try and just chuck it down here and you can burn it, just so it doesn't grow off too much, because obviously there's a bunch of ivy with it as well, so yeah, just to give it a bit of a trim before it gets too much. There is a bit of moss up here. He said he would like to get back up just to give it a bit of a pressure wash. Only the front side, because it's the only side people see, and same with this, although it's somewhat brand new, it's starting to get a bit of moss on it. So yeah, he's up there, and you got Matt in the Pegasus. Obviously all he has to do is pull the beam down once the farmer's in it, and he knows how to do that. Farmer showed him how to do that. I think they've been doing called dummy runs. So he literally just has to wait for the farmer to get back in. Farmer gives him a call and he goes back down. So although in the in this box here there is controls for the man basket if you're in it, so you can actually control it yourself, so you can bring it down, what have you. And it also does extend out quite a bit, so it's actually quite a handy bit of kit, to be honest. And yeah, so he's got his money's worth there, and he's able to hire out for people to make a bit of money extra. Let's pick up sort of abandoned there, and you got Taeyeon that needs to start running again because it's been sat for a while. As you can see, the rest of the sort of ivy and whatever, shrubberies coming down the back of the shed. Now, sheep trailer and the Keenan, he's thinking of possibly selling. It's not really, not just these. He's sort of thinking of like going through the kit. Do I actually really need this? Because obviously the cattle trailer will do same job as the sheep trailer. Obviously the sheep trailer makes it easy, so you'd have 2 cars or a tractor and a car for the cows, and you have the sheep in the sheep trailer, something like that. And obviously he only really uses it for the ram, because obviously you don't need an entire cattle trailer for one ram, and bringing the lambs into the field and stuff like that. So he's thinking, does he actually really need it? Or would he just, because he can still survive with the cattle trailer, it wouldn't make that much of a difference. And the Keenan is thinking, do I just whack a bale in front of a feed barrier and that'll call it a day? So those two sort of thinking of. I think, if anything, the sheep chair will probably go first, and I don't know about the Keenan. I don't think he's 100% sure on that yet. So, if anything, if she does go, she would stay here for a bit longer. But he's just thinking, does he really need this stuff sat in the shed when it could just be used by someone else and make a bit of money by selling it? So he's just thinking of stuff like that. Then you got mini digger still on the loader. The Sarge kit parked up there. Then we've got the farmer's son here in the T6 coming back with the F5500 baler. So that's the baler's first job since they've got it. So he's coming back from doing about 200 bales, I think, for someone. So he's just heading back into the yard there after making a decent bit of money. I think he split it half and half with his dad, because obviously he did it, and obviously his dad's paying for the fuel and that. and obviously it's his dad's kit, and he has to service it and what have you. So, but I don't know about the 740 because obviously that is technically his dad's, but it's technically also his tractor because he's the one who did it up. But yeah, we'll see. Very nice baler and a very nice setup there as well. Then you got all the trailers parked up here, waiting to be used. Then we've got all the ewes and the cows enjoying themselves. So, because obviously we've had the heat wave last week, the sheep aren't actually getting sheared this week, they're getting sheared next week. They've had to sort of move it to next week as the shearer was mega busy, and then over the heat wave he had a heat stroke, so he's out of it for a week, so hence why they're up at the shed, otherwise they would be shearing the sheep. And then I think the farmer said within the next couple of months, or either the end of the July or end of August, the bull will be leaving, because by then he should have done his job. So then we'll be back into winter and start slowing down and there's less to do. Then here we have 4220 Icon on a coon tedder. Not your normal tedder, not one that just attached trans linkage, it's actually one of them pull behind ones. Got a good width on it as well. Doesn't really look like a tedder when it's folded up like that, but yeah, very nice tedder. He should be making use of the dry weather after the heat wave. Luckily it's not too hot. I do feel bad for any farmers that don't have any aircon, because you would die. Yeah, so we're just coming back from the field there. Then we have the man with a very small flatbed Scania, moving some square hay bale, from last year to make space for new ones from this year. So I don't know if he's taking them away or if he's taking them to a farm that could use them or what have you, but I think they're just a couple leftovers that they couldn't use for feed. But yeah, nice to see him out and about doing something with his Bluetooth straps, I guess. But yeah, so he just clearing some bales for someone. So yeah, so much for the guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and bye.